Well, g'day, mate. Zombie Slayer. I took it for a tune-up yesterday. Then it started raining. I came across an issue which literally did scare me, and I was taken back so much that I actually revved it a couple of times, thinking this can't be right. So what was happening? The chain was going the wrong way. It stopped, stalled, started trying to get the oil to work just right, and it did it a few times. Started up again, stalled, started up again, then started going backwards. So the chain was going back to the motor. So the motor was running backwards. Now, if you think about the way these things are, they have the air get sucked into the motor and all that, but I still don't know exactly why it did, but I think it's because the top of the piston's been machined off. It's the wrong cylinder, extra stroke. The timing must be out just a bit, it must be too advanced. So I'm going to do a check and see what the advance is. I'll just reset you over here. Right, so got this saw last night. I put a degree wheel on it and found out where top dead center is. Put 10 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees before top dead center. Try and work out where this runs, because this is a 58cc. A 58cc has a 62cc crank, so same crank. This piston's 45.2. The 52cc is 45cc. So piston size, not much difference. But I have noticed the exhaust port is different on that one, and the intake port. So I think it's something to do with the way the piston was being I've caved a bit off the top. But it's funny, I watched a video the morning before. It was John's custom saws. He had a fuel injected Husqvarna running the opposite opposite way, which I thought, how could that be possible? And then it happened to me. So I'm going to try and put the time wheel on this. So I'll start this thing, pull the starter off carefully, put a timing light on it, try and work out where everything's coming from or what degrees it's sitting on, and we'll go from there. So let me just get set up. Pause. Okay, I just started it up. Make sure it will start, and it does start in oil probably, but this is dangerous. So I've got the pulse indexer for the what do you call it? Timing light already clipped on. The clamp for the positive, but I'll leave the negative till I get the thing running, because I used to have a trigger on here, but that fell apart, but it used to bite me. So I'll put that back on when it runs. So as soon as I start, I've got to take the pull starter off, carefully about hurt myself. So undo the 3 screws, pull off straight because the flywheel's spin. It's going to be dangerous, very dangerous. So set that up to 2. Hopefully I'll bring you in to see if we can work out together what the timing, what actually sits, because I think I didn't say, I have it adjusted or advanced the timing on this just a bit. So I can't remember how much I did adjust it. So we'll find out. But I know this one runs good. In the tuning, I know it was at over 13,000 revs. So it's hardly done any work. Anyway, here we go. Right. So where was that sitting? That was sitting there, I think. I'll have to go back and have a look at that. Yeah, but sitting on that line there. Now I can't work that out. I was a bit of a think, hang on. Cogs don't turn that well in there no more. Right. I pulled the saw back down. Put the degree wheel back on. Now at this point, that's top dead center. So we know where that is. So that's to be 10, 20, 30 degrees. Because that, on the timing light, that was lining up there. So I spin that around. 30 degrees before top dead center. So that's why I aim for 30 degrees. So, what would that be before? Must have been less than that. But this thing goes really well, so now I know what I'm looking for. Now I have to pull apart the Zombie Slayer, do the same thing for it. Work out, see if I've tried before. I put top dead center on that line there, then there. I couldn't work out where it needed to be advanced and all that, but yeah, so that line there, so that one there, and that one there is top dead center. Then when the light goes around, you can see that one there was flashing on. It was on that line there, so I've looked at it a few times now. But yeah, alright, so I'll do the Zombie Slayer, see where it sits. Now I have advanced the Zombie Slayer just a little bit, because I think it retarded itself really bad. Because if you watch the video when I first started after putting a new cylinder, second-hand cylinder on, it actually backfired when pulp and smoke came out. I remarked it was a bit weird, but yeah, to do the timing. Alright, well I'll pull that one apart now. Okay, now this is a Zombie Slayer. At the moment there, it's 30 degrees before top dead center. That's the same as our other 58cc. So I put this on the cooling fan of the flywheel, so when you're turning the flywheel around, the magnets don't cause it to spin where you don't want to, because you're looking on the degree wheel, working out where it should be, and you don't do it. Yeah, so if you go to say 20 degrees, it wants to rotate. So this holds it where it needs to be. So I'll do one more, go to 40 degrees. Hopefully I should say. Because must be a reason why it's going backwards. So that's 40 degrees there. I like that there. So if you guys have the same problem, you got ideas to control. So that's, yeah, it's dead on 40 degrees. So I can now mark on the flywheel the mark, so I can then work out where's what. So I would say 40 is way too much, but it might be even further. I might make another mark further up to see where 50 is, so I can cover me all my bases, so I know where I am. So that's 50. Be able to do this one. Nothing to write on. Hang on, I'll turn a torch on from about, not me. So then I'll know it's way too far. So that's up to 50. So hopefully it's not 50 degrees before top this. So that will explain why it went backwards. Alright, so now I have to do the same with this one. Put on the stand, put a bar on it, and get to start. It doesn't want to idle. I did adjust the timing just a little bit more advanced, so the flywheel went that way, anti-clockwise. So maybe that did help. It did help it idle just a tiny bit better, not much, but that might be enough just to show me where I am. I might have to turn the keyway around and retard it. It might be that. It's something to do with the extra 2 mils of crankshaft throw out. Just little things like that. Anyway, It's one of those things, guys, unless you have the right tool, you can't see it. It's a electrical fault, and I'm not an electrician, but there is ways to check these things. Anyway, I'll put in the stand and see how she goes. Okay, I've got the Zombie Slayer on the block ready for testing the timing. Now this doesn't like idling, so I'll have to warm it up, and I'll pull it apart and do what I did before to check what the timing is on it. Hopefully it starts easy. Better turn it on. Yeah, it's stalled again. So we'll get it ready. I'll put it on fast idle, I think, till I get where I want it to be. This is up, so you guys can see what's happening. All pain getting this camera working. Right, so we'll set up like that. Get it running. I'll put the fast idle on here. Pull it down. Check what it's doing. But you can hear the timing's way out. I think I should retard it. Right, put that there. All I do is connect up the earth, and that's it. And the light goes. Right, so we'll see how she goes. Right, I just paused it, but then I come back on. Right, put that back there. Fast idle. Well, going by that, where were we? We were about there, so it's 10, 30, 10, 20, 35 degrees. Hang on, 10, 20. Let's start that again. I can't say it. It's 10. I'll have to look on the camera, have a look what it was. I'm pretty sure it was 35 degrees. It's too much. So, yeah, I'll have to adjust it. Alright, at least I know where I am now. Right. Okay, if you get stuck doing this and you have to pull the flywheel off, I use little zip ties on the paws there. You hold them out of the road, so you give it a tap with the hammer. Otherwise you damage everything. That's a little tip there. Take them off. I'm getting game now. Leaving screw the pull starter on. Now I've retarded it, so I'll take the flywheel backwards. Then my timing marks won't be right. The top of the center will not be top of the center. But if it moves by 5 degrees on the lines, because all the lines will be still at 10 degree intervals, I can't say the word. If they're all, they'll still say the same. So if they move by 5 degrees or halfway, I know I head the right way. So they could see if my lines, so that's where it was at 35 degrees. So if it lines up the top of the center there, hang on, where's my pointer? That was top dead center line. So I'm just using it as a base reference now because it won't be top dead center. So if that line lines up with the 30-degree mark, I can pretty well say I'm pretty well spot on, especially if it wants to idle. This has been retarded, so it's against what I had before, but before it didn't sound right either. So here we go again. I'll just move it back so I can pull this thing over. Hopefully it'll work better this time. Turn it on this time. Fast idle. Come on. I'll put a couple of screws in that thing. Just so it feels safer and yank on it. Right. So much muck around me doing this type of stuff. But I enjoy it. So you've been watching the channel for a while. Now I've had a stroke. I thought I'd tell you guys, when you have a stroke and you can't work, this is Australia, I don't know the rest of the world, but with your superannuation, I can tell interest rates are going to go up very soon. And I mean bad, like high. When you first bought a house, on 14.5% interest. And you know, we coped. But that was not $1 million house. That was $95,000 for the house we're in now. So, just wait when it goes up. So I tried to get into my superannuation, which I paid for years. Well, the highest amount of money you can get per year this is, and you have to pay taxes. On top of this is 10 grand. That's all you're allowed to have. So if you think you're doing the right thing by doing super, I'd sooner buy land, invest in land. Because it's not worth it. It really isn't. So I said to the lady, okay, so I commit suicide. My wife gets all the money. Because I want to pay the home loan off. Because it's my highest bill. Once that home loan's paid off, it's not really that bad. All I have to do is pay rates, water, electricity, food, rego, all the rest of the bills. But yeah, it's a pain. Anyway, try and start that now. Hopefully it will idle there now. I'm closer to the mark. But I kicked that. Get back where it was. Right, we're on. Here we go. Get a bit checked then. There we go. Choke off. I'm just trying to adjust this out, guys. Down by that, this head to retarded more. Need to retard a bit more. Okay, so that's simple enough. So that's not perfect timing marks, but I'll retard that more. It looks like it's running on about 33 degrees. Before it was 35, so it's a ballpark thing. It's almost idling perfectly, so I'll retard that more and put it back together. Oh, there we go. Okay, I better get to this before the rain hits. It's starting to sprinkle now. Now I've retarded the timing a lot more, so I thought I'd show you how much. So that's where the keyway is. If you look at the floor, look the axle there. That's starting to move the crank there. If I go back clockwise, see how much timing's been taken out. I think that's about right there. So I've initially advanced it and made it far worse. So this should bring it back to about 30 degrees. Then when I have the energy, I'll go back through the whole process again. The degree wheel, put the degrees, 10 degrees, 20 degrees, and all the rest, and see how I come out. I'll probably end up doing that tonight. See how it comes out and where you are and all that, but yeah, this is a very involved video, this one. Yeah, so that's original. So I want to go back that way. Retard the timing because now I've got a longer stroke. Something to do with the top of that piston being removed. So I'm finding the coil there. So I'll put it there. These Chinese saws, you'll be careful. The crank nuts aren't very strong at all. So I'll make sure I'm against the keyway. Put that on. Impact drive it, but you don't want to be too tight, otherwise you strip it. It's been on and off so many times now, it's not funny. It's probably as much as I'm willing to dare do it. I love the idea to lock it up, but I don't know what the timing is. It might be 25 degrees now, it might be terrible. I might have to go back in for another Woodruff keyway. Because these ones here, keyways are normally rectangle, but these ones have a half moon shape. They're called a Woodruff keyway. I don't know if the other ones are called that too, but that's that part. I'll now try and run that the way it is, see how it performs, and if it idles and does what it's meant to do. I suppose, another coffee. I'll do a video and see how it goes, so I'll call it into the video then. If it idles good, I might actually do degrees and all that. I don't know yet. So here we go, hang on. Okay, we'll start this now, the fully retarded timing. Try and get the timing back to where it should be. Close to 30 degrees. I don't know if it'll work. Right, try and start on 2 screws this time. I have to choke it again, mate. Cools down quick, this motor. Dear bugger. It should start up easy this time. Just see what the time lights do. That's off. Try that again. My tune screwdriver there. Idle. Go back on. Come on. Here we go. still have a timing issue. But anyway, I can chase this thing. I might end up just turn to a 62cc, be a lot easier. Alright, type of things I do in this shed. And if I get the energy to go further, I'll do some more filming. Alright guys, as usual, thanks for watching.